Friends, and welcome to the tea. Today we are trying a special tea. It was it was purchased and gifted to me by the mother of one of my students, student Owen, mom Kim. Thank you so much, Kim. This was such a thoughtful gift, and I'm really excited about it. So the gift came with 3 little tea samples and this cute little thing called a tea ball that you put your tea in, and then you can kind of dunk it into your water. So I've got my little tea ball here and I've got to open it up and then I'm going to fill it with this tea. And today's tea is called Yerpati Organic Black Tea. And there's a little description with it and it says it is from South India, the N.A. Moody Hills, east of Nilgiri. I'm probably mispronouncing things. This tea is certified organic and fair trade. Love it. It has medium body and crisp, fruity layers of flavor. High caffeine. These are all things I'm really into. I like caffeine. I like fruitiness. I like India. Actually, I've never been to India, but it's high on my list. All right, so I'm just throwing some of this into my little tea ball here, making a slight mess as I do. And I'm gonna make sure I sealed it because it's no fun when you're drinking tea and your tea thing spills and then it goes everywhere and you have like little grinds in your tea. I used to work at a diner and once I made coffee and I accidentally didn't put the grinds in properly and the whole coffee maker got like full of coffee grounds and they had to drain it all out and refill it. And it was one of those big ones from the diner and the waitress just got so mad at me and they were like, "You idiot." They didn't call me an idiot, but they were looking at me with the look that said, "You idiot." All right, so got my tea ball. It's full of tea, full of my Ayurpadi black tea. Got my hot water. Gonna fill that up. And while we're waiting for it to steep, I'm going to tell you about today's positivity. I was stuck between a few options, but I decided that I wanted to share something that kind of unexpectedly has been a bit of positivity for me. I don't know about you all, but I really like hanging inspiring and motivational things in my house and in my classroom too. So I have lots of art and things with little quotes and words on them, and most of it is stuff I got at yard sales. Occasionally, it's something with other sentimental value. But I put those things all around the house. And it's funny because in the day to day, things get so busy that I don't really stop to like read and look at these things. And so I've been really enjoying taking time to just absorb the words of the things that I put in my house because clearly they're things that mean something to me because I picked them and put them in my house. But I don't take the time to stop and read them. And some of them are so beautiful, or even just to look at them if they're pictures. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of the art in my house so you can see what inspires me and maybe be inspired to take a little walk around your own space, your own home, and either look at what inspires you or figure out how to make it a little more inspiring. Maybe put some of your favorite words onto your wall. Don't paint on your wall without permission. But, it's nice to be inspired, to be reminded of the things that motivate me because sometimes I forget. So we are on to our tour and then we will taste our tea and that'll be all for today, y'all. So get ready, buckle up, here we go.
So, y'all, today's home art tour will begin with my very first thing. This is my front door. You walk in the front door and you find this beautiful framed teacher's prayer. It was a gift from a dear friend of mine, Anita, who is lovely. And so I keep this right inside my door and I don't read it nearly enough. And so that is awesome item number one. And then I come on into my living room and I have this lovely picture of a piano concert. A little bit of glare in there, sorry for that. And then this is a yard sale find, a beautiful flower picture. Don't look at that nearly enough. Then I come on over here. This is a picture of a sunset on my favorite lake in the world, Friends Lake. In fact, my favorite place in the world is Friends Lake, and so this is a picture captured of the sunset over the water. This is my siblings. This glare is real rough, but we're holding up the Scrabble tiles to represent the word love. And then this is one of my dearest friends, Sarah, who is awesome, and I went to college with her and I love her dearly. And then over here, a bunch of pictures. My sister really features. There's obviously a roll of toilet paper on top of my piano. Don't judge. It's been there since well before remote learning and quarantine started, and I don't really know why I put it there, but it's there. So yeah, here we got my sister on her wedding day. Happens to be her anniversary today. Happy anniversary, Julie and Mike. And then this is the picture I love of the two of us, like kind of sleeping beside each other. And then I have one of my favorite quotes by one of my favorite speakers and humans ever, a guy named Bob Goff, who wrote, "If we are reckless with our love, like Jesus made us to be, it will change everything." I love that quote. And then I have a picture of my sister and me eating ice cream. This glare is real rough. And then this is us at her wedding a year from today, a year ago today. And then this is my best friend from childhood, Rachel, and my really wrinkly forehead. Oopsies. And then I come on over to here. I have another yard sale purchase, a beautiful framed picture of a woman at, I believe, a piano, but it also looks like it could be a correspondence desk, which either would be acceptable. And then here's a picture of my beautiful mama on her wedding day, December 26th of 1981, I think. I could be wrong about that year, but I'm not wrong about the day, December 26th, and gosh, she's beautiful. She hasn't stopped being just as beautiful. And then I have a picture of my brothers reading together on a hammock in Belize when they're like way too old to be together on a hammock in Belize. It's pretty fresh. And then these are my two grandmothers, Grandma Whitman and Grandma Pulaski, two of the best women I know. Both of them are no longer alive, and I just miss them terribly, and it's great to take a moment to reflect on how awesome they are. And then these are my friends from when I studied abroad in Spain, and they all came to visit me at my college campus for my senior voice recital. So they flew all the way from California and Indiana, and it was just pretty incredible, and I felt very loved. And then down here is a picture of me with my favorite adorable baby Lewis, who is stinking precious. Lewis is my nephew, and he is just as beautiful in that picture as he is every single day. And then this is my mom and me on a trip to Burlington, Vermont, and I just love that we both are standing in the same stance, and we didn't plan it. We just kind of both put a knee up against the wall and we're laughing. That's kind of how we are together, just laughing all the time. And over here I have this beautiful picture. This has been in my house from when I was a kid. Two sisters playing piano, and my sister and I were never this nice to each other while playing piano, but it's still a pretty cool picture, and it makes me feel nostalgic. And then this here is a map that I bought of the city of Salamanca, Spain, which is where I did my semester abroad. And it was funny because the map cost about like 10 euros, so like, I don't know, 12 US dollars, or 15, I don't know, whatever the exchange rate is, and then it cost me like $100 to frame it, so that was lame. Was not expecting that sticker shock. Then we come into this room here, and I have this beautiful picture of sunflowers, probably also a yard sale purchase. There's a lot of glare going on, apologies. And then I come up here, this is a picture I created of my grandmother and me. It's one from when I was a baby, and then one when she was much older and just before she passed away. And so I love putting those pictures next to each other, juxtaposing them. And then this is a picture of my grandmother and grandfather, my Whitman grandparents, and gosh, they're so beautiful. I miss them terribly. They were married for 66 years. And then we come down to another beautiful couple. This is my parents, and they are in the town of Santiago de Compostela, Spain, and they just finished the trek across the country, which was a lot of miles. It took them about 35 days, and they had a blast, and I wish I could have been there with them, but then again, I'm glad they had that chance to be together, just the two of them. Looks like they were having a ball. Then I have my picture of teacups, yard sale purchase, and then this one's extra special. This was a client of one of my cousins who's a social worker, and he painted this picture just for me, and I love it. All right, pause, because there's hot water boiling.
All right, y'all. I think we've steeped this baby enough. I'm going to remove the tea ball because I don't want to over steep my tea. So I'm going to just kind of throw this over here on my little Alice in Wonderland tea plate. And then we're going to give this stuff a try. I did add some sugar, not going to lie. But let's see what we think of this Ayurpadi. I need to learn how to say words. Ayurpadi black tea. Let's try it. Oh, it smells really nice. It smells like quality. Do you ever smell luxury? It smells like that, but like delicious luxury. All right, let's see what we got. It's really nice. It's very smooth. It has elements of like your traditional English breakfast tea, black tea, but it definitely has a little more complexity. I'm excited to drink the whole cup. I actually put it in a big mug. See how big it's on my face. But I put it in this one because I kind of knew I was going to like it by the description. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'm gonna share with you my little positivity. So get ready. Here we go.
Folks, continuing on our tour, we have here a beautiful piece of watercolor painting of a mountain scene, and this was painted by my cousin and given to me as a Christmas gift. Thank you, Emily. It represents the Adirondack Mountains, which is my favorite place ever, and Friends Lake is in the Adirondack Mountain region, in case you were like, Whitman has 2 favorite places ever. I don't, they're the same. This is something that I love. I purchased it at the Haddonfield Craft Fair, and it's real hard to read because of these windows, but I'm going to tell you what it says because it's that good. It says, if there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace on earth. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. What a beautiful picture. So I love this and paid top dollar for it, which I don't typically do. That tells you how much I liked it. Then I have this guy. This is a yard sale purchase that my parents found for me, but I like it. I got a little freezer bag sticking out of it. Let's get rid of that. So delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. That's from Psalms and the Bible. That's a win. And then up here I have my little tea time spoon and herb display, or maybe not herbs, maybe dried flowers. My cousin Rachel made that for me because she's super talented and amazing. So I love having that right by my fridge. Then over here I have a picture. This is a greeting card that I took and framed because I just love the sentiment. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. So while it's nice to do well and succeed personally, the most important thing you can do is do good for others. And then this is the standard live, laugh, love. Everybody's got that in their house, I feel like. Then over here, this is a real super one. This is my favorite, well, not my favorite, but it's one of my top favorite. It's in the top 10 poems that I really love. It's called The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Often misinterpreted, but I love it. And so if you want to pause the video right here and read it, you go for it. I have it memorized, but I won't do that to you because it's kind of long. And then over here, this is a picture that was given to my parents when they sold our house where we grew up. So this is a picture of the childhood home where I grew up, and it's a beautiful home, and I loved growing up there. It was a great place to be, not born, I wasn't born there, but it was a great place to experience most of my childhood, and I'm very thankful. And last thing I'll show you, these are really cool. This little thing with the bell at the end. Ding, ding, ding. These are called prosperity hens, and they are popular. They're made by people in India, and in India it's believed that these prosperity hens are meant to bring prosperity to your house. So I should have $1 million dropping in anytime in the near future. I'm still waiting for it, but I feel like it's going to come soon. Oh, and then last thing, one more thing. This is a little tile that I got, I think also at a yard sale, and I love it. It's this lovely family. It kind of reminds me of a family, their kind of coloring and features remind me of people in Peru. And so I lived in Peru for a while, and so I always think of this family as being representative of that time that I spent there. And I like to keep it over my sink just to remind me of the joy of drinking tea with friends. Because look, they're drinking tea. Look at the little teapot.
Well, y'all, I cut myself off in that last video, but that's okay because I can talk for a long time. You're probably sick of me anyway. So that's the tea for today. I hope you enjoyed. It's been a pleasure recording a little artistic tour of my house for you, and I hope that something on my walls offered you some motivation or some joy or some inspiration. It certainly does to me, and that's why I keep it on my wall. I wish you a beautiful day full of real tea and positivity. I'll see you again soon. Bye!